But yeah, the biggest thing is like even when you can't VC with these people, you always want to try to make it a point to follow up with them, even if it's kind of breaking your traditional role. Like, of course, I might be a backline, but I might have a couple people who could be newer to the weapon or something that are playing more passive to it. But because I played this certain weapon for a longer amount of time, I know how to play it a little bit more mid-liney, so I will play it up a little bit more. Yes, it's risky, but I'll still take dominant spots to try to not get stuck, and I'll move up with the front line who is like making an impact on things. Like I can see that they're getting picks. They are this waying for help. They're trying to clear objective. Those are the like you want to try to follow that with no matter what you are. And if you're like the one trying to lead the path, don't be afraid to this way them. Like if you get like 2 or anything, just to try to get them to hop forward to help you or something like that. That's why we have that in-game communication and why it's there. And of course we know that some people don't use it properly. But there are times where it makes you just double check to be sure if it's proper, because you never know, because they might actually be trying to lead you where you need to go in open and everything. So you always have to put some faith in whatever teammates you're on, because they might not be the same level as you either. So you have to really help them too. Because of course we have the mix of the competitive and the casual scene, and both scenes are great on their own particular level. Like of course, like me being a mix between the two from time to time between casual and competitive, I love the casual scene. They're chilling all that, and I'm like, they'll run into comp people and be like, but I don't think we can do this. And like, this is where the comp people have to remember that we have to help these people also get to the same goal, because we both want to end up getting the objective to what it needs to be. So we have to work together to do it, and that's where a lot of people will put that distrust in teammates before, rather than just looking at, oh, hey, maybe I could have actually helped this person out. Or I can see they seem a little hesitant, so I actually have to step up and do this instead. And yes, it's harder for some roles than others. But of course, since sometimes you have a little more experience, you just kind of have to those little things, especially in the series or X rank, or just if you're like queuing on your own in open or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, we all want to complete the objective. We all want to get that win that we want. Maybe it's your rank up match. Maybe it's that one more game you need to up your X power. Or maybe it's just turf war. Maybe trying to have a little fun, test out a new weapon. But definitely just remembering that as a comp player, understand your casual player, understand your pro players. Like, we're trying to help each other. We're both trying to get the same thing done. We're trying to get that win. Let's be
But now we can move on to talking about the teams that we have on stage right now, getting ready for this next set for you. These are some hype names right here. If you see it, I'm pretty sure, people at home can see it on the screen. We have Sonder versus Persistence. We were talking about these two teams earlier, about how we were talking about some of the big names in this wave. These are two of them. Sonder has a lot of notable achievements under their belts.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And Persistence, of course, just rising up. Like, Grillers were Div 4 rivals at one point in time with Persistence.
Wow.
But of course, we haven't been as consistent as we wanted to be, and I've had roster changes. But Persistence has definitely grown massively and have on in the scene, and for those who don't know Persistence, they are a fantastic group. Stormy, I see you out here. I know you couldn't commentate me earlier, but Stormy was on the mic for the first wave as well. Gotta love Stormy. Stormy subbed for a lot of teams for LTC last year, mine included, and helped us get into the bronze bracket. So again, thanks again to Stormy for doing that last year. That was a big savior, and also helping a couple other teams out in that crew getting to notable achievements. But Stormy, really solid player there, and is back here with his team, just ready to take the stage here against Sonder.
Yeah, this is gonna be exciting. I mean, like you mentioned,
when is it not exciting?
I mean, listen, we've had some great sets. This is going to be a good set. I mean, I'm confident this is going to be one of the very, the handful of matches that happen in pools that you want to win. I mean, again, like you mentioned, we got Sonder, we got Persistence. Both teams have, again, a lot of notable achievements. They have done a lot of things. They've made a name for themselves.
Yes.
And we were touching up on that earlier. I mean, this is places like LANs is where you also get to see in other tournaments online, from like Low Ink, SOS, recently when the Ludi League was going on, Ink TV, Emergence League,
Yeah,
and so on and so on. I mean, there's so many other tournaments out there that, you know, like, they're making a name for themselves, and it shines through. And places like this is where when you see those teams able to come together to a physical land, it's like, that's who you are, and that's why I've been hearing of you. Like, you're on that team? Okay, like, this is cool. Can you sign my poster?
Yes, you got to get those poster signatures.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Something else as well is I remember last year I also got to, when I was on mic, I got to commentate Persistence. I got to commentate Persistence last year, and they played Surskit's pickup. But I think Surskit's on a different team this time around, and of course we're commentating a different team. But to see Persistence again here, and something that always happens that will probably happen again, I will be surprised if it doesn't. The Lucio brush.
Ooh.
Do you remember this, or do you know this?
I want, the name is super familiar in my mind.
Lucio is a solid brush player, knows how to shark really well.
I'm taking notes.
Gets a bunch of flanks in and can basically just run around and basically like stall out for the team to come back in and pressure with. So Lucio just applying a lot there, and we got Neo and Stormy as well. NM, of course, we know NM is a very determined Zap player.
Oh, yeah.
Might be, if NM brings something else out here, I will be surprised. And it might be on the sheet here, but I kind of want to leave this one to a surprise because I know NM loves their NZap. So
yeah, listen, as someone, you know me, Debbie. You've been coaching me since day one. You know how much I love my Zap. I used to be like the super aggro Zap main back in the day, for anyone who's curious. And Debbie has seen my progress through that. I mean, what was it? It was from Zap to then.
Oh my goodness.
Ken's a splatter shot.
Yeah,
S2.
yeah.
I mean,
You had the K shot,
yeah.
and then you went. I think you went back to Zap, and then.
And now we're up with Splash.
Now you're back with Splash.
You know
but here we go.
Enough about me.
We're getting going.
Let's
Rubs hands together. Here we are. Oh, I love the drip.
Comp.
The drip. I'm looking at the drip.
Flashy. They're flashy. They came here to get things done and look stylish while they do it. All right, off the bat, we see double vanilla splash come out on the side of Persistence with a 1-2 ratio of the two different splashes on the side of Sonder. And already both of them had their special ready at the same time, and they're using both. The Sultana going and getting an excellent pick there done on the brush. And in doing so, they're going to continue this push. The Crab, though, from Persistence, able to apply that pressure and get them out already. They know a player's behind them. Story can kind of sense it, but he's running off. It's the Machine. They get the pick from behind, and they get the pick. And right away, the player awareness about being able to follow through from your teammates when they have a situation like that where they call out for help. Well, right away, the response is excellent. They are able to go down as a trade, which is huge. That gets the Splatoon out of the way to get those torpedoes out, so you can no longer get pinged. This is going to be great for the brush. Lucio able to kind of shark around a little bit more, at least until the Splatoon's back. Right again, it's just a very solid middle ground game now. Both specials out on the side of Sonder with Crab, and then the Booyah Bomb stamp is now ready on the side of Sonder as they are looking to get a push going here, and they are going to score, but two players are going to go down.
Oh, I was about to say hello, says hello, and gets that stamp off, getting a couple on the side here. Can they get Neo? Neo able to follow up there to be able to take down the Wiper there, but really well-timed stamp in the corner there by by Sonder there, and Persistence able to stop, come back here, and we can see how NM and Stormy, they're taking turns on their Crab there. It looks like they did manage to find the Wiper, pick them off. We do see Neo here with the Kraken just ending as well. It looks like Persistence is trying to grab some Clam Economy. Crab appearing here for Sonder. We got a Crab fight.
Oh my god!
Oh!
The accuracy you need to have and just the aim you need to have to be able to shoot out a player in Crab with Crab is insane. Able to get that pick haunt. Now. That's incredible, and now as we see a 3v3 on the board right now, it looks like Sonder is now trying to pressure in on the players of Persistence, able to get the Gal out down. That is going to be their 96 out of play for temporarily, as now is a 3-4 situation. Two specials now ready on the side of Sonder. They're going to Booyah Bomb now as they save the stamp for when they need to. The brush coming off, a direct and a double hit, able to get that pick on the brush, and now Sonder 10 clams to their name. They're looking to continue this push, but they are able to collapse on that brush, which is, or sorry, Sultana, and able to get a nice pick, but the burst one's going to come out and get rid of the Gal. They are going to score once more. Now 70 points left on the board to score. 2 down again on the side of Sonder. Is up to Persistence to try to push forward, get a couple more clams, and they're shooting the players back again. 2 continuously down on the side of Sonder. Persistence needs to get a push going here if they want something done with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock, Doobie.
They've had it so close there, Cactu. Like, Lucio has been around the sides trying to pinch on these specials with other members of Persistence, but they just haven't been able to get enough damage off for Persistence to be able to get the picks on Sonder. Sonder ends up following through and is finding Lucio in these corners and is getting control of these major areas of where they need the objective to go. You can see how they have like 3 on that right stack. They ended up pushing it with the crab. They had the clam economy, and now they just can hold this here with the follow-up specials, and now they have the paint control as well. Of course, we've got the trade on the bottom corner. We have just Neo left alive up top here. Does get 1 down. It is just 1 left alive there. It looks like they are going to try and go for it to stall the basket here as they get Henlo back in. They are just running in here. Lucio able to get the pick off here. It is getting really tight here, but look at how Sonder just continues to pour into this base.
Up 9 points. Now included with the penalty in order for Sonder to take this game, but Persistence is already showing that they are not here to mess around. They are now taking over the right side, but no, never. You cannot. Okay, for those who don't know at home, if you are near your crab player who's popping the crab tank special, and if you are near it in a bomb, it's the crab tank, you are going down. It is a death sentence. It's like if you stood next to that suction bomb. A nice trade-off is going to go off to the side. That's 2 down on Sonder, but 2 down inside of Persistence. Sonder has a special ready. They have a crab, and they get a 3rd player down. It is a 1v1 situation.
It's the wiper in the brush.
And
Lucio sees him.
The brush sees him. Is he going to be able to get it in time? And he's going to get him. He's going to get him. It's still 3-2 down now on the side of Sonder. Persistence now with 30 seconds left on the clock. He's going to try to get a special or push going here. Look at their clam economy. That is 2 power clams and a couple more to put it on it. They are striking mid on the side of Sonder to try to clear out these players. The crab comes out. The Zipcaster comes out, and they're trying to get these picks. They need to try to score here. They were able to get the pick.
They got 1. That was an interesting choice with the Zipcaster with the power clam, because then you can see where the Zipcaster's going, and it kind of leads vision. So I kind of see the method to Lucio's madness there. 2 members from Persistence down, though. Make that a delayed 3. One's kind of in the middle here, just trying to barely save a clam. NM is running back with this clam being chased by the hammer, by the wiper, and it's being thrown, seeing what they can do. Stormy's trying to come up the side here. Overtime is halfway over here at this point. They do get 1 pick, but Scrub gets 1 in return. We see Lucio's going around behind, gets 1. It's just the machine.
You have to
Can
score.
they score
You
inside?
have to score.
You've got to score it. They managed to get it in. Now
60.
they just need the clam economy to go in. They just have to keep going here. Neo's coming over with a couple clams. Stormy's trying to go over, but they managed to shut down over that jump. It's just 1 splash left, and I believe that's NM.
Overtime done. Sonder being able to pick off 3 members down on Persistence. Unfortunately, catching the flank on the side by the brush with the splash, and the splash using his range to its advantage to get that brush out. And 2 players going up the stack at the same time, which is super unfortunate because they were already shooting there. So unfortunately, that is 3 players down with just your splash left. You're unable to get in. Doobie, this is a set we have here today. This is a set.
Cactu over here just bouncing in his seat, and even the players on stage here, you can hear them here. Like, yeah, we're getting hyped here on voices, just like on their call outs. They are making sure they are heard. They are stern and alert. Like you can see, like when members of Sonder were below Persistence's basket, I could hear Stormy just boom the call out that they were below underneath. You could hear it just calling out that one's still there, being aware of it, don't leave it, because they kept jumping in that corner, and that's something that you always want to do. And of course, Stormy leading this crew, being that shot caller role. So, what did you see?
Sorry. I was okay. So for those who don't know, I was looking to see what information I could find about these teams. Give us a little bit of extra info. It says here for Sonder that Henlo has eaten at Subway daily for 2 years.
Oh, that is definitely an interesting fact.
I mean.
Everyone has their favorite places.
I'm sorry, listen, I'm not hating. It just caught me off guard. I was looking at Persistence, extra
Where's
info.
the achievement award for that?
Yeah.
We need to give an achievement for that.
Yeah, congratulations on 2 years at Subway.
Anyway, moving on to the next game here.
That
was really close there. And again, like I said, Persistence has a good focus there. Like you can see Lucio is trying to pinch on some of these plays, and of course just not quite getting it with the brush fall off or the brush picks. There has been at least, I think, 3 fights that we saw where Lucio was pinching up on specials there or with another teammate, and it just fell short on the fight, just couldn't get like the last flick, but then started coming more in their favor towards the end. And of course right at the very end, with both doing the risky play of going over to snipe, was like, oh boy, because they can get caught there. If anything, one could have stayed below and right side peek throw clams if they had it there. But we're moving on.
Don't flounder.
Sounds flounder. That is a reflux.
That's a reflux, and it's a T-Tech coming out on the side of Persistence here. It's going to be interesting, but you see that amount of special charge up on the side of Sonder. They're looking to use missiles and strikes to their advantage here.
There's the
and
first
I like
one.
that. There's one off the bat to shoo away those members, and look at an excellent job it did. Only one player went forward on the side of Persistence, 3 backing up, and just like that, Sonder is going to claim the zone first.
That's exactly what they wanted, Cactive, because you know at the top there's like that, you can just back right into the wall.
Yes.
That is exactly what Sonder wanted. They wanted Persistence to stay back so Sonder could trap them in the more tight areas, because they end up having the height advantage if they take the other team's zone. So Sonder doing really well there with the early missiles. That was a pretty solid strat there. Of course, one fell off in the corner there and just got bombed out, but we could see how well that this one splash is, how Scrub is just keeping an eye on zone here. Scrub being the other one having all of that special charge up with LDE combined with the reflux. And you can see how Sonder is just waiting for Persistence to move in. Toast there being committed, trying to move in. And Sonder goes 3 down. It is just the reflux. Reflux at the back, missling for delay, and of course something there is that what a time shot. There you go. And something you can do with the reflux is you can dodge roll with it and still have a shot. That is what Shy did. Shy goes down there with another member of Sonder, and you can see Persistence does have it right now. They're calling out, where's this last member? They know that the Wiper is nearby, and they are just trying to keep that paint. Henlo here just waiting. Like, look at the patience from these two.
Both of them. Who's going to do it first?
To me, this is a Canadian standoff. Like, you don't know who's going to go first. Like, here's the door. Here's the door.
And they got it. They got it. They got it. Unbelievable.
Yes.
They got it.
Oh, Lucio.
You can't pop hammer and expect it to work out for you all the time.
Lucio is 2-0 on the Brush Wiper 1v1s right now. Really, really keeping it clean there. But going down the torpedo afterwards. Oh, my goodness. 2 down on the side of Persistence. Sonder does have control of the zone. The rest of Persistence we see on the backside, on the ramp, NM just below. We do see one pinging this way. It looks like they are getting ready for a pinch, but however, there are specials being thrown out on the side of Persistence. We're going to see if they can go in, but Toast here right on top in a Slosher specialty. Did see the one on the wall is going around here. Does Persistence ends up getting that pick there. Stormy able to get that pick there. The Tacticooler goes out as well. We see the tri-strikes ready on the side of Sonder. Sonder ends up winning that engagement overall and able to keep the zones. Persistence now needs to move in with these specials and focus on getting this penalty before time runs out.
10 seconds left on the clock for Sonder. All they need is just to hold it for 5
Stormy's
more
behind there. Stormy's up front there. They got one. Here they go. Here they go. They got Lucio.
Can they get this 2 down? Can they get the cap? They just need the cap. If they don't get it, it's going to be such a close match. The Reflex trying to go for it, and unfortunately, Sonder is fighting it and not letting it out. The strikes come out on the side of Persistence to try to hold it. It is now 2 down. The missiles come out. They know one player is there because it's on track. 3, 2, 1, and that is the wipeout. Last second and the KO. Sonder
my goodness.
taking game 2 without a fight, though, from Persistence. I mean, excellent job on Persistence POV there. Just putting in the work and really getting into a scary situation there. I mean, they were just a few points away. They were literally a few points away from taking lead, maybe like 15 more points. But Sonder did an excellent job of just playing the patient game.
Can I also just say, like, the amount of stuff of like shade that gets thrown at Reflux. When you know how to use that weapon,
you can't
look at what it can do. I have commentated a good number of Reflex players who are used to that charge run through, and like they have this strategy built with their team. It is a solid painter, and of course on Flounder, like I said, it can back people up into those tight areas, and you could see that it was just collapsed on. It could hold that zone by itself. and just stall out for when the rest of the teammates come forward.
Yep.
Sonder knew what they were doing there with that pick, and it was a very solid, clean pick. Like we saw that one dodge roll pick with that reflux, that dodge snipe.
Missiles to track them down and to let them come out of hiding, and then just the direct sound. You can't get much better than that.
Okay, but that 1v1 though. Lucio and Henlo.
The shark up. That was literally that was literally the chicken game. And that was so good. I just love the pop of the stamp and still getting the pick. I mean, wow. Incredible.
I mean, what is it? The stamp ended up actually failing. It was
exactly.
the Lucio
That's what
brush
I'm saying.
that
Yeah,
went through.
like pop to try to get Lucio down with the brush. Unfortunately, just unsuccessful. And it goes to show that if you know your weapon well enough and you know you can take that fight, you got to commit. And they committed. As we see here, these players coming out. I mean, what, 96 scouts? The only thing I think that's different this time?
They went back to kind of what they were starting with. Again, they both have the same core to the sandwich pretty much, but just different bread.
They changed the whole wheat.
Indeed.
Away.
Oh my goodness! But the crabs already showing
The
from
crab.
both teams. Cactu, yes, the crab, and look at the sloshing machine underneath on from Sonder, just pushing out persistence there. Sloshing machine was going forward. We see Shy just taking control of the tower here. Lucio's just underneath this ledge. Just trying to find a way up, but they're being a little patient about it because they know Sonder's on that side. They're going to push with this tri-strike. Here comes that stamp, but they're just kind of waiting here at the moment till somebody goes through. That is the most patient stamp I have ever seen, and ends up getting the trade with Lucio.
Incredible job. They're getting that trade off with the hammer. It is a 2-down situation on the side of Persistent. Sonder with their crab finishing up. A crab, the crab around the corner coming out on the side of Persistent, able to apply that pressure on tower, but the flank, it's going to be no way, no way. They caught it. They got it in time, and they caught it. NM right now popping off with Splash. I'd squid roll up that too. I think I'm the king of the world there. I'd be living right now.
Let me just squid roll in style
just a little
here
bit.
right after I take that.
Incredible. Sonder already now still having a big control of mid. Now Lucio on the brush trying to find a good position here to try to get in and get more players picked. 2 players now just coming back from the side. The specials are coming out all from the side of Persistence to try to get something done.
Oh, there it is.
There's
Surprise
the
hammer.
It gets 2. The Kraken comes out. The Zip is trying to fall back.
The other one was in the Shy. Shy is just going to wait on top here, and this is really good. Hanging on to snipe here, just getting a couple teammates back in, and just kind of knows that the middle was contested. But look at, as soon as Sonder comes back in, immediately rushing the ones that are in a place without another person or where their range can hit. Look at Toast go. Toast has been taking control of a lot of these positions with this machine here, and like taking snipe. Taking the high ground here. That's what a bucket / machine wants to do. And you can see it's working out really well for them. And, of course, following up with their initial Slayer here.
Absolutely. The specials are all coming out now on the side of Sonder Persistence with the double ink strikes. Single ink strike from both sides. As now they're going to try to right through the checkpoint, but unsuccessful. It's just fighting the machine. The machine gets the pick on the gal. The hammer coming out trying to get one more pick to go through with this, but does not look like they're going to be successful. The Booyah Bomb comes out. They clear the checkpoint. Sonder now only 15 ticks away from taking this game. They are camping this ledge. They are getting all the players down. It is 2 down, and Sonder takes Game 3.
Oh my goodness.
Excellent job of Sonder with that. Did you see the pairing they had throughout mid to get pushed back in? That's the type of pairing you love to see when you're pushing fights like that. Don't push for the 1v1s. If you're able to turn that into a 2v1 situation and get those players down, which is exactly what they did. I mean, they kept that throughout the whole game. I'm stumbling with my words.
Words are hard, Cactu.
They are very hard. But just,
you can see the 2 different styles of play here even too, because like Sonder is moving to each side, pushing kind of more so together, but yet as a whole unit, because you could see from some of the overhead views how you could see like 2 members of Sonders were on top, but there was always somebody just behind them.
Yes.
But they were never too far apart from the entire crew, so just like one quick call out, they could all shift.
Yeah.
And they may not have the best angle for like one of the weapons, but they're all nearby. They can paint feet, whether close or behind. It was just full on there. Persistence. They are the pinch play setup team. Right at the end there on the defense, when I called out Neo there, I don't know if you caught it there. We caught the view on the stream, though. Neo was on the bottom with the wall getting a side angle, while rest of Persistence had to go from the front to defend, right? So that was happening on there. Unfortunately, Neo did get collapsed on because it was still a it was like a 1v2 to 1v3 at that point in time.
Yeah.
But Neo did stall that there for a good amount of time. And we could see even beforehand, like the pinch plays with Lucio, and then even if like Stormy or Neo got around too, like persistence is really key on their pinch plays. And I think Sonder was recognizing that, so they'd move as a unit to the player where the one was, and then capitalized on it when persistence didn't get there on time. So it was just kind of who got to the other one faster, and they were doing a pretty solid job there because Henlo would try to lead that same kind of play for Sonder until then it's like, okay, Henlo's going to be here, and then we're just all going to follow up on the same side.
Yeah.
And then for persistence, like I said, we'd see Lucio on the other side, or the players or the main crew would be making a play, and then Lucio would find a way around and get something done there.
All right. With that being said, we are going to cut to a quick break. But do not go anywhere, because we're going to have some great matches up next. Which one of the next pools is my pool, by the way. So after this, I got to run over to the set.
You're going to be already hyped up. Look at that.
Yeah, look, I'm ready jumping on my seat. Like, I'm ready. Put me in, coach. Put me in. I'm ready. But Doovie, where can the great people find you?
Oh, man. For all of you out there, you can find me on Twitter at DeviDoovie or on Twitch at Devi_Doovie. And I do also make frequent appearances on Squid School channels. So, what about you, Cactu? Come on.
All right,
come on.
You could find me at Glitched Cactus over on YouTube and Twitter. And if you want to see some cool streams that I do myself, of course, it's Glitched Cactus 1, because somebody took Glitched Cactus and Twitch won't respond to me. I'm sorry, they won't, and I am stuck with it. But
and those amazing guide videos you're making.
Yes. I mean, the last video I made was all about sensitivity. We were talking about that before. But anyways, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the next set.